What if the name you've known, the identity you've carried, has been used in ways you never imagined? Welcome to the world of legal fraud deceptions involving the name in capitals and its deceived consent. It's a realm where birth certificates become profitable scams and extortions and corruptions are the order of the day. The deception is deep. It's a covert trading legal entrapment. It's worth noting, however, that God's law, or Torah, remains intact. It's just obscured. Legal entrapment, after all, is unlawful. It's a recognized crime. Thus, the immediate revocation of all consents to all legal matters, past and present, becomes essential unless a dual-signed contract is held or shown in the real name or signature. Imagine not consenting, not contracting, not acquiescing, nor trading or allowing access or inquiry to your or your children's Cestui Que Vie trust, otherwise known as your withheld estate. It's a powerful stand to take. Everyone, without exception, has a duty in law not to commit crime, deceive, abuse, entrap, exploit, or extort. By notifying all deemed authorities, the individual reclaims their identity, no longer deemed dead lost at sea, and refuses to be contacted or addressed in the legally entrapping trading name in capitals. This means also refusing to be identified in the law-revoking status of Master, Mr., Mrs., or Miss. Instead, the individual is to be addressed only as man, woman, or member of the public, not an understanding person, civilian, or citizen. This deception is not a recent phenomenon. It's historic, a secret kept by benefiting Freemasonic secret societies, maintained through corporations, central banking war debt profiteering, and all scams, bond equity frauds, and their conduits. This covert control only remains via the upheld and maintained public naivety and debilitation. The crafty nature of the legalese language serves as an illicit tool designed to trap individuals manipulatively within the confines of the law. So what's the takeaway from all this? The deception is deep, the corruption is broad, but the power to reclaim one's identity and rights is real. It's about understanding the deceptive form of legalese language and standing against the manipulation. It's about refusing to be a pawn in a system that profits from one's naivety and debilitation. It's about restoring divine law and upholding the duty not to commit crime, deceive, abuse, entrap, exploit, or extort. It's about standing up to the system and saying, no more. In the shadows of history, we find a labyrinth of manipulation and deceit. The Templars, known as the Barons, instigated the Great Fire of London in 1212, leading to the Magna Carta in 1215. Then came the Black Death, a pandemic that conveniently allowed the British Empire to flourish. In 1534, the Jesuits were founded and began to disseminate coded plans through Nostradamus for 1555. In 1611, the King James Bible, coded and inverted, was used to invade and corrupt the Americas, the so-called New World. This led to the introduction of slavery around Jamestown in 1616 and 1619. These events were all part of the plan for the canon law corruption in 1666, which coincided with the bubonic plague pandemic and shifted the British Empire Admiralty to the American New World. 888 doubled is 1776, the year when the Jesuits molded the founding of the Illuminati and the American independence, which was not as independent as it seemed. This set the timer for 888 and 88 days later to the start of the Wuhan Corona ruse. This was confirmed on the Templar-coded date of 1119, the 900th anniversary. This historical manipulation has been reused recently with tower fires, including Grenfell, and COVID-19, to finalize their legal fraud lawlessness for the Nadanoc Lodge and central bank empire globally. The deception is carried out under the false guise of climate change and the capitalized name fraud for the New World Order and the UN Great Reset. We're at a crucial point in history, a moment where we need to refuse to partake in this identity fraud and work towards the restoration of the Torah divine law. Stand against this historical and ongoing manipulation. Uphold your rights, refuse to be entrapped, and say no more.